I'm live, and I got something to say, man. How do you brothers out there expect for your woman to take you serious? Now, look, now, I'm married, but how do you expect your woman to take you serious? One, when you don't take life serious. Now, she's expecting you to take care of her. She's expecting you to put your pants on, tighten your belt up, and be that dude. But the thing that I have a problem with is why you don't want to be that dude. You feel me? Yeah, it was easy, getting to know her. It's easy getting the, you know, lollipops and stuff like that. But, it's easy getting into a relationship, but you choose her. She don't choose you. You choose her. So with that being said, it takes some kind of accountability. You know what I'm saying? When you choose this woman to stand by your side and and be able to trust you with the values of a relationship. No, you still want to play video games. You still want to do childish things, and in a relationship, you can't, especially when you grown. You know what I'm saying? Hell, if you ain't making no money off of that video game, you need to put that video game to the side. You need to put that video game to the side and pay more attention to your female. You need to put that video game to a side to pay more attention to them bills. You feel what I'm saying? Because she ain't going to have you. If you stand with her, that's a red flag already. You can't sit there and be staying with no woman and be expecting her uh, to just carry on all the responsibilities while you trying to get your stuff together now. I mean, I know at the end of the day, you gonna be like, once you leave your monkey such and such and such, and you so often to get on your feet, you can be like, well, she should, what, they should know. Yeah, I understand that. But at the end of the day, when you dealing in a relationship with a real woman, she gonna hold you accountable the same way that you're gonna hold her accountable. And to be honest with you, if she see that you are not holding up your end of the deal when it comes to the accountability, bro, that is gonna be a problem. That is gonna be a problem. So it's like at the end of the day, What is the purpose of getting in relationships with a woman? Like I said, I'm married. And back in the days when I was doing my thing, man, I mean, you had to have your stuff together. I mean, you know, you had, your job, because the parents, back in the day, the parents wasn't going to allow you to sit there and deal with their daughter if you didn't have your stuff together. But now it seems like a lot of men uh, have took advantage of the fact that women are being brought up more, single parents and things of this nature. But then at the same time, you got to even being, and for a woman that is being brought up in a single household, she is still seeing how certain people move. I mean, like I said, once she get grown and she starts to get her own job, she starts to seeing the functions of relationships, being on her own, dealing with the struggles and the things of life. Um, I ain't no way that she got time to really deal with a man who is not taking responsibility, being on his purpose, doing things that is causing him to be a better man. I mean, but at the same time, you men, you still want to bounce on her. You still want to have your pleasures. You still want to do what you want to do, regardless of the fact. And to be honest with you, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You guys, if you're in the chat, do you agree with that? Not saying that I'm trying to cape for the ladies, but I'm just keeping it in the buck. You know what I'm saying? If you guys got daughters, you know what I'm saying, and she's dealing with a man that has no plan, no integrity. His integrity is for the game. His integrity. I mean, he may work, yeah, but even if he's working, if he's not striving to be her king, as men, you have to. I mean, you have to strive to be her king, not just lay up with her in the bed. You feel me? You are the person that is the head. And until you understand your true responsibility as headship, there's no need for you to be in that kind of relationship. You know what I'm saying? Until you get yourself together. Far as, hey, what's going on, I appreciate you, bro. Until you can get yourself together into that situation where you can be the king. You need to be the king because for one thing, let's be real. It's hard for a woman to respect a man that is not like on his purpose. It's hard for a woman to respect a man that he's not trying to move forth to his purpose and to what he has to do. Because I mean, for one, it's 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 a thing that's ordained by God. You know what I'm saying? The only issue I have, matter of fact, you guys in the chat, man, you guys let me know where you at. You know what I'm saying? What you repping? You know what I'm saying? Let me know what cities you from, what states you from. Go ahead and post that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys being here. But a lot of times the men, they don't know where their calling is. They don't know the things that they supposed to be as a man. And when we living in this daytime and hour, it causes a problem in our relationships. See, a lot of times, a lot of people, they want to cast the blame on females and be like, "Well, it's her fault." You feel what I'm saying? Um, in some cases, it could be her fault. But when we look down to the very foundation from which people come from, it was a man that did the destruction to their mothers or to their grandmothers and allowed them to be in this place where they're at now. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. It really is sad because the relationship that bears fruit from those things causes issues because the fruit was not good from which it bare from. You know what I'm saying? And we wonder why we have issues in these relationships. But I'm at the end of the day, I'm still able. I mean, my thing is I still put the accountability onto the men because if we even look at the numbers, we look at the research of what happened. You know what I'm saying? I know this may be a hard pill to swallow, but at the end of the day, it still holds facts. You know what I'm saying? Until we are able to mature, until we are able to understand what is important, until we are able to understand our priorities and what we need to do and take the proper leadership. You feel me? Take the proper leadership that we need to do as men. If we don't do that, our relationships will always fall because at the end of the day, woman, she will follow you long as it's something there worth following. If there's nothing there worth following, there's a possibility. There's a possibility. If you're dealing with the African American queen, let's be real. You know, after you done did the honeymoon part of the relationship, if there's nothing there for her to follow, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. Feel what I'm saying? Because if you're not doing your due diligence, and your due diligence also does not it's not just about you as a man um, doing your part, but it's also about you as a man holding your queen accountable. You feel me? You can't be a simp in a relationship. No, you can't just be somebody that's feel like you just the knight that just come in on the horse and feel as if um no, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? We have to understand the value, the value of the female. We have to understand, and you also as a man has to understand your value as a man, because it starts with you. Once you understand your value as a man, it's a whole lot easier for you to be able to choose productive, uh, prosperous relationships. Because one thing about relationships, at the end of the day, it's based off of love, but it's also based off of productivity. It's still based off of um, certain acclimate. I mean, I know it says you can love to death do its part. That's true too. You feel what I'm saying? But it's a whole lot more easier for a woman to love a man till the death part, knowing that she know who he is and what he stands for and what he believes in and his heart to his family. It's a whole lot more easier for her to love you. It's a whole lot more easier for her to commit to you. It's a whole lot if she know those things. But if she don't know those things and y'all just willy nilly, I mean, uh, it can't operate in that kind of stance. You guys got any questions? You guys, you know what I'm saying? I want to hear your feedback on it. I could be tripping, but I'm just bringing the information just based off of, I mean, what I know. If you guys, like I said, if you guys agree, let me you know that you agree with me. If you feel like I'm tripping, let me know I'm tripping. But I'm just tired of hearing these dudes constantly complain about females. I'm tired of hearing dudes constantly complain about the situations that they're in um, just because of the interaction and dealing with females. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, um, females are different. They are different. The way females think, the way men think is on two different. You know what I'm saying? So, as a man, you really have to be cautious and be mindful of that because if you're not, you can't be in a place of selfishness. You can't be in a place of not being confident. You can't be in a place of not having answers for what goes on. You can't be in a place where you feel like um, it's her fault because you have to understand once you get involved with this woman, once you feel like you want to marry this woman, once you feel and you put yourself on the line and everything is going to be um, with you, even even if she do stupid stuff, crazy stuff, cheat on you, it's still gonna be looked upon to you. That's what I'm saying is when you get involved with women, you really have to at least make sure that you have yourself together, have your standards together, because the women that you may meet, you might not want to deal with them. You feel me? So you have to have yourself together so you wouldn't have to compromise your standards, not have to compromise. You guys make sure you share this too. Have to compromise your place in life. Because if you get with the wrong person, trust me, you will 9 times out of 10 go down to them versus them coming up to your standards. So, at the end of the day, you have to make sure, especially if you want to get into these relationships, with the females or whatever the case may be, you want to make sure that the people that you're dealing with are on your standards. You need them to come up to your standards. But at the time that hopefully, at the time that you make those decisions to try to get involved with people or get involved in relationships, you would want to make sure that you have yourself together financially, mentally, physically, um, all of those things. You want to make sure you have yourself together. You want to make sure um, that mentally you're straight. I don't know if you ever, you know, had a bad relationship that could draw from your mental. Um, Spirituality. You want to have your spiritual relationship with God intact. That's a big one. That's a big one. You want to make sure that you have your spirituality uh, in place. Something that can help your soul and something that can help your spirit. And the reason I thought about having this conversation is because of the things that we're going through in this daytime and hour. The enemy is really trying to attack relationships. The enemy is really trying to attack marriages. The enemy is really trying to attack our whole existence. But I just wanted to set some things in place, and I wanted to encourage you not to give up on relationships. I wanted to encourage the men to make sure that you do the proper things and the proper adjustments within your life so you can be good fruit. And in the process, um, as to the woman, you want to put your best self in a situation so you can have good soil because you are a field and you want to have good soil in your field for reproduction, for uh, bringing forth good fruit, bringing forth good fruit. But this conversation It's really for um, talking with the men folks, or anybody who can receive any kind of good information from this conversation. I hope you guys be blessed. It's your boy WILL-Iam. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Make sure you share this information. Somebody could use it. You guys be blessed. This is your boy, and I'm out.